Oh, I mean Archer. Andrew. Sorry.
Yeah, Andrew.
I mean, you just do Archery.
That's not the one I clicked. Nope. Nope.
Archer.
Hold on. 1 second. Sorry. I clicked it, but it didn't like that one. Okay, here we go. All right, silence if you're not Andrew. I mean, Asher. Asher's up. Say, Andrew, I'm doing making sure Andrew gets to see this. All right, Asher, your question is an organized plan for gathering, obtaining, and organizing information.
B, scientific method.
Okay, and you are correct. So you may sync a member of the opposing team since you have no one to unsync.
Sit down.
Down he goes.
Yusuf.
And he goes. Yusuf is down and up we go. Eunice, question number 2. Which is not considered a branch of physical science? Physics, astronomy, zoology, or chemistry?
I'm just gonna guess C, zoology.
C, zoology is correct. You may unsync your brother or sync someone on the opposing team. Wait. Only Eunice. Oh, Caden's down. All right. Next question goes to Rylan. Question number 3, Rylan. Which is the correct scientific notation for that number? Looking.
B.
He says B, and he's correct. Excellent. Do you want to unsync Caden or sync someone else over here? Unsync Caden. Caden, you're up. Lucy. Question number 4, Lucy. A description of how close a measurement is to its actual value.
Accuracy.
Accuracy, she says, and she's right. Do you wish to unsync Yusuf or sync someone? Yusuf is up. Moving on, Addie, question number 5. Your independent variable is what you keep the same, true or false? Is that your answer? Oh no, that was half of the team. These people in the back are going. Howdy. All right, so this is now Annabelle. Question number 6, Annabelle. An atom with a different number of neutrons is what?
Hey, an isotope.
An isotope, she says, and everyone is unsunk. So who do you sync on the other team?
Asher.
Asher, you down. Down he goes. So this is Gabe. Question number 7 for Gabe. Who envisioned atoms like small marbles? Dalton? It's going to be Democritus. He was the marble guy. Oh, no. But down he goes. All right. Question number 8. We're going to go Everly and Emerson, then we'll go back to PJ. So Everly, here we go. 1 kilogram is equal to 100 grams. True or false? False, she says, and she's right. So what are you going to do with the other team? Wait. Who are we syncing? Who? I can't hear you. Drew? Bye, Drew. Love you, son.
Next one.
Hayden, you're up. Question number 9. Credited with the first modern atomic theory, 3 of his 5 points are still valid today. Ooh, Dalton, very good. And you would like to unsync or sync?
Thank you.
Bye, Yusuf. Emerson, question number 10. Known for the plum pudding or chocolate chip cookie model? B. Thompson, she says. Very good. And would you like to unsync? Oh, Annabelle, my mother's down there. That's okay. Sync or unsync?
Stand up.
It's a strategy here because there's a lot of space between. What are you doing? Syncing somebody or unsyncing?
St. Lucas.
He's not that smart.
St.
You answered me. What do you want, Danny? Colin, bye. Down he goes. Did you have a question, Lucas?
Some teammates still give nonverbal.
No. Sunk teammates cannot give nonverbal cues. You have to be silent. You are sunk. Okay, question 11. Who is this? This is now Jordan, right? All right, Jordan. A liquid has a definite shape, but no definite volume. True or false? Oh, a liquid has a definite volume, sorry, but no definite shape.
Okay, that messed me up.
Sorry, a liquid has a definite volume, but no definite shape.
Yeah, true.
That's going to be true. And are we unsinking or sinking?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, Asher's up. Question number 12, PJ. Here we go. Who created the planetary model for an atom?
Since it's the only one not guessed yet, D. Bohr.
Bohr would be correct. Niels Bohr. And are we unsinking or sinking?
He's not going to be around yet. It would make more sense to sink someone in the back that hasn't gone yet.
Ah, strategy.
Yo, I'll kind of-
Just leaving.
It's saying-
sitting there.
Yeah, but there's other people. Sinks down there.
Bye, Xander. So, Lucas, you are up. Question number 13, Lucas. A modern atomic model is known as what?
B, quantum.
Quantum. And are you sinking or unsinking? Bye, Ridley. Down she goes. Question number 14. This goes to Caitlin. All right, CJ, there are 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms per watt of carbon. Oh.
B.
B, she says. She's right. Excellent. All right. So are we sinking or unsinking?
Sink action because you can.
No.
He's going next. He's going next. He's going
Hold on. Are you leaving?
I'm going to confirm the-
Hey, who's it gonna be?
I'll sink after.
Sure. Down he goes. Alrighty, Rylan, you are up, my friend. Question number 15 goes to Ryland. It is the mass in grams of 1 mole of a substance is what?
C.
He says C. He's right. Are we sinking or are we raising?
C.
I raise Asher.
Asher's up. Did you forget, Gabe?
No!
16, Liam, are we ready? An observation is made using the senses. An inference based on prior knowledge and experience. Is this true or false?
Sure.
This is true. Very good. Are we raising or sinking?
Sink. Sink.
I think we're gonna
Sink, Kaden. Sink, Kaden.
sit down.
Oh, Caden. Down he goes again. So question 17 now goes to Jordan. Every orbital in a subshell is singly occupied with 1 electron before any one orbital is doubly occupied. Whose rule?
Does
anyone get a chance to go twice?
Yeah, you probably, yeah. There's only 4 people who can help. You can't help.
There's a timer on.
Only Asher, Rylan, and Lucas can help you.
Taking them down.
What'd you say? B, he says? Oh no, down he goes. Oh no. 18, Colin, are you ready?
It's me, right?
It's Colin. In 1865, John Newlands arranged the known elements by property and by order of increasing atomic mass. He noticed the patterns repeated about every 4 elements. He called this the law of quartets. True or false? False, he says, and he's right. It is false. Are we sinking or raising?
Sing,
Lucas is sunk. Bye, Lucas. All right, Asher, you are up. Question 19, Asher.
Right.
Dmitry Mendeleev is credited for having created the first modern periodic table. True or false?
True.
That is true. Very good. So, who are you raising? Caden's up. All right. Question 20. These guys are like, we've never had a question. All right. Question 20 goes to Eunice. All right. We're lipping back, Eunice. Period is the name given to the vertical divisions of the periodic table or the columns. Is that true or false?
True.
True, he says. Oh. Those are groups that go this way. All right, so down ones. We're up, Rylan. To remove an electron from an atom, what is required? Nuclear charge, ionization energy, breaking a molecular bond, or electromagnetism?
C.
See, he says. Oh, no. It's ionization energy. Down he goes. Bye, Rylan. All right, Lucy. Question 22. The statement, the worm is 3 centimeters long, is what? A hypothesis, an inference, an observation, or a variable?
C.
It's C, an observation. Very good. Eunice is up. Rise, Eunice. All right. Let's see, who's up? Caden? Is it you, Caden? All right. Caden. The structure of an ionic compound is a crystal lattice, he says straight up, and he is correct. So are we raising? Gabe? Gabe is up. Oh, did you think Eunice? What'd you say? Oh, I thought you said raise Gabe. Sorry. I was watching your hands. Sorry, Gabe. No luck for you. 25. Who are we on? Annabelle? 23. Sorry. Yep. Annabelle. We ready? Okay, shh. Annabelle. Which is not a type of chemical bond. Ionic, pair bond, polar covalent, polar non. Pair bond is not a bond. Very good. Very good. And you are doing what?
After.
Bye, Asher. All right, so let's see. Who's Caden? Is it just you? Oh my goodness. All right, so everything's banking on this to keep your team alive, Caden. No pressure. No pressure. All right, number 24. Ionic bonding is a force that attracts what from one atom to another, which transforms a neutral atom into an ion? Nuclei, neutrons, electrons, or mass?
Probably gonna get this wrong.
Think about what happens in an ionic bond. Something gets stolen. There we go. Very good. And who are you representing? Rylan's up. He's a hero. Right in. All right. And question 25 goes to Everly. If this one, we're getting high in the numbers, this might be a life preserver one. Let's see. No, it's good. A covalent bond in which 2 atoms share one pair of electrons is a single bond, a double bond, a pair bond, or a metallic bond. One pair. What do you guys think? Help her out. She can get help. You can turn around and look for help. Yeah, whole team behind you. She says A, and she's right. Good job. Very good. What are we doing? Are we sinking or raising? Oh, Caden down again. All right, 26G. I guess this is Rylan's. No pressure, Rylan. This bond occurs when electrons shared by 2 atoms are held more closely by 1 atom.
A.
A is right. And you are? Hey, Asher's up. So we got, remember that so y'all over there, remember that Gabe, Drew, and Colin haven't answered a single question yet because they've been sung for the whole blasted game. So
I keep thinking any option.
27. Oh, Xander hasn't either? Oh, that's right. You didn't even get to one. All right, Emerson. Question 27. I'll let you know if it's a life preserver. The number of units in 1 mole of any substance is equal to. You can do this one. B, she says, and she's right. So what are we doing?
Think I should.
Oh,
Sit down.
gee, Rylan, it's been so long since we asked you a question. All right, question 28 goes to Rylan. This is derived from the average mass of an element's isotopes weighted by the percent of their abundance in nature. Is it their atomic number, atomic mass, electronegativity, or chemical formula? Oh no, he says. Okay, wait. So this is where you use context clues. You got a word that's repeated. There we go. Nice. Who are we raising?
I.
This one goes to PJ, number 29. You can determine an empirical formula by using what?
One of them.
Thank you, Annabelle.
I never knew that.
It's one of them.
That was an answer.
Gonna be one of them. Boom. What are we doing? Oh, Caden. And we're back to Rylan again. Rylan! He never gets to answer questions, does he? Let's see. All right. Maybe unsync somebody. If you get it right, maybe unsync somebody who hasn't answered yet. All right. All right. What is 10 times smaller? What unit are we looking for here? What prefix? 10 times smaller, right here in the blue.
Hey, cookie.
Use your mnemonic. King Henry.
No.
So wait, for the sake of continuing, I'm going to unsync. Annabelle, please don't jump. I'm going to unsync Gabe, Drew, Colin, and Xander, just so we can keep going. All right, good job. Questions are, yes. Good job. Rylan's hiding. All right, Caitlin. Hang on. No, stay where you are. Caitlin, number 30. What's going here? No, let me F, she says. Boom, very good. And are we gonna, why don't we unsync so that these guys back here get a chance? Unsync Ridley. Question 31, this goes to Gabe. What's going there? Senti? 32 goes to, this is Ridley, right? Ridley. What goes there?
B.
Nonverbal. And if you're sunk, you can't speak. D, she says. Okay, good. There we go, Senti. 33, Drew. What goes here? Deca. Bingo. Good. He's staying up. Hey, you're going to unsync. There we go. All right, 34, Liam.
Who's got one?
Kilo. Got it. Unsyncing Yusuf. No, don't say. Let them have a chance. Colin hasn't answered a question. I only think there's like maybe one. There might be like 1 or 2 questions left. Don't sync Colin. He hasn't had a chance yet.
Drew, sit down.
Oh, gosh. Question 35, Colin. All right. A hypothesis is an idea that can be tested. Remember that a hypothesis cannot be proved or disproved in order. Should say for a hypothesis to be considered, it must be possible to be something unrepeatable or something else unrepeatable. There we go. Very good. Supported, rejected, supported, unrejected. Excellent. All right. Ding, ding, ding.
Yes.
Poor Asher. 36, Colin. Ready? Explain the difference between scientific theory and scientific law. It should be four little sentences or two little phrases. There you go. Scientific law tells what happens in fact. Scientific theory tells what happens in explanation. Wait, let him pick. Oh gosh, poor Colin. They got one. All right, Xander. 37. A common refrain. This is the big one. A common refrain these days. Science is settled. Statement demonstrates a fundamental misunderstanding of the nature of science. Explain why it's never settled. 3 points. They're a 3-part answer, remember? What can we get? Asher and Lucas can help. Nonverbal. That's a good clue. That's a really good clue. Annabelle. Since it at what? Okay, number 1. Point number 1.
It assumes that.
Oh, right.
That's point number 2. You got it. And what's point number 3? Boom! He got them. Those are the big ones. Yes. No. Who are we raising? But he did really well. All right, raise 2 people. Okay, Drew and Colin.
Me now.
All right, who is next? Is it
Me. You and last.
Lucy? Okay. Lucy, question number 38. A substance which undergoes a change in a chemical reaction.
Reactant.
It's a reactant. Very good.
Asher. Sit
Go. All right, Drew. It's you, right? You're up. He raised you, right? Didn't he raise you? Oh, he raised Jordan. Okay, so Colin, you're up. 39. Are we ready? This deals with quantities in reactions.
They're raised on Joe.
What?
Let's check. B, stoichiometry. And what are we doing?
Sink me, my feet are
Up you go,
hurting.
Drew.
You have to.
Question 40. Annabelle.
Feet hurt.
You are going to need a life preserver. Choose who it's going to be. Somebody else on your team needs to answer this one for you. Percentage yield is calculated. Colin? All right. Theoretical yield divided by actual yield divided by theoretical yield, both times 100. Chemical formula, empirical formula. How do we find percentage yield? B, he says. B is right. Nice. Nice job. See, Colin, poor Colin just got up.
There can only be one.
Xander, fine. 41. Who's this going to? This is Lucas, right? No, it's Jordan. Jordan.
Oh, boy.
What determines theoretical yield? Excess reactant, temperature of products, limiting reactant, or the molarity of the products?
The one alphabetically close.
Nice job. And who are we raising or sinking?
My feet hurt.
I guess that.
Who are we? What are we doing? Rylan's up. All right.
Something my feet
42. Everly. Oh no, wait, Annabelle, because you had a
Okay.
life preserver question. This is also a life preserver question. Who's throwing you the life preserver?
Energy.
Yep. You're gonna need a life preserver. Who do you choose to throw it? Liam's volunteering that he knows the answer, so that's helpful. All right, Liam, energy as heat.
Hey.
Hey, molar heat capacity is right. Good job. Good job. He's thinking really hard about this.
Colin, sit down.
Oh no, poor Colin. 43, this goes to Lucas, right?
Oh, go to Drew, I thought.
No, it's Lucas, because Jordan just went.
Oh.
Thanks.
Q equals heat. Is that true or false?
I brew.
That's true. Yeah. Outstanding. Very good. 44. Okay. Annabelle, pick a life preserver. Who's throwing it? PJ. Delta H equals entropy, true or false? That's correct. Delta H equals what? Enthalpy. Did everybody catch that? Delta H equals enthalpy, not entropy, right? Good life preserver. 45, Asher.
Wait, we need to think.
Wait. 45, Asher. The standard enthalpy or enthalpy of formation is equal to the boiling point of a substance. True or false?
False.
Oh, yes. I don't know what. Yes, but okay. Who's it going to be?
Please, I need to sit down. No, I just want to.
Addie, there she is. Almost forgot she was hiding there. All right, this time, if it's a life preserver, I'll let Everly pick. Let's see what we have.
I think this most infected has gotten worse because they're not gonna like
Okay.
the medicine. I think it's not just.
Where are
Can you
you?
just let me in the room? Or... Go ahead. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Oh, actually, you can answer this one, Annabelle, and free yourself from the life preservers. In a decomposition reaction, binary compounds, meaning made of two elements or more, break down into two or more. True? True. Very good.
Oh.
You get to sink one person or swim somebody.
I'll see how.
Asher's down again. Poor Asher. 47. 47. This is Rylan. Back to Rylan. A measurement of the degree of order within a system is its enthalpy. True or false? False, he says, and he's right. Entropy is your measure of disorder. So who are we sinking or swimming? Hayden is up. All right, and Everly, this is for you. Calorimetry is an experimental measurement of enthalpy. I think you can answer that because we did it in a lab, but if you need help, look at your teammates for nonverbal clues. Calorimetry is the experimental measurement of enthalpy. What do you say? And she's right, it is true. Very good. That was your lab last week, so everybody knows that one. All right, Addie's back. Addie's back in action. All right.
We didn't sink or swim.
Oh, sorry. Who are you sinking or swimming? Well, not Addie. You return. Don't sink Addie because I showed the question for a second, so that's unfair. She gets to answer it because I showed it. So, or you can swim somebody.
Don't sink. Don't.
Oh, wait, raise one of them. Raise one of them.
Yeah, raise someone.
Raise one of them.
Hey. What are we doing, Everly? Eunice is up. Okay, Addie, now we're back to you. No, Yusuf. She meant Yusuf. She was like, sorry. If two elements combine to give two or more different chemical compounds, then the weight of one of those elements, which combine with the fixed weight of the other, always show numerical ratio to 1. This is the law of, oh, that's fun. She got a fun one for first up. Law of what? You can help her non-verbally, people. Yeah. Give it a guess. Any guess. This is a hard one. Because this is the wordy law. So. Or somebody help her out. Oh, Caden's trying to give you some kind of clue. Nobody wants to help? Are you just going to think yourself? Multiple proportions. So this is the one to remember because you're talking about fixed weight of one element combining with another element. So there's your multiple and proportions. All right, that was a hard one for poor Addie. She got the hard one. Like she just stood up. 50. This goes to, oh, Emerson, don't lean on the table. Emerson's up, right? Emerson. A pure chemical compound always contains the same elements combined together in the same proportion by weight, whatever may be the method of its preparation or whatever may be the source. This you can get a life preserver for, but you got to pick somebody who's going to send you the lifesaver.
Pick Yusuf, he's a nerd.
Jeez, that was cold, son. Thank God. Ouch. All right, Yusuf.
Constant proportion.
Here we go. Very good. All right, that's the hard one too.
Oh no, Colin's already down. So Rylan.
Rylan? Bye, Rylan. 51. When gases react to give products under the same condition of temperature and pressure, they react in simple whole number ratios by volumes. This is the law of.
I don't remember the name of it.
Can't remember the name of it. Anybody over there can help him? Non-verbal clues? Hang on, Annabelle. So this one's going to be gaseous volumes. Oh, 52. Who's up? Caitlin. Oh, she's so excited to be up. Total mass of reactant undergoing a chemical reaction is always equal to the total mass of the product in a chemical change. This is the law of. This one's easier than you think it is. Who's up that can help her? Annabelle thinks she can help. You have to give it to her non-verbally. Non-verbally, which means you gotta like use hand signals or something if you can help. Yeah, that's good. I know what you're doing. That's good. No, you can't show it to her either.
I mean, that's a non-verbal.
Who was what? Oh yeah, it should have been yours. I'm sorry. You're right. I'll get you next time. I lost track of who was where. Sorry, babe.
Really?
Spell it out. Can you get a life preserver?
Thermodynamics.
No.
No.
Oh my
Conservation of mass.
Everyone like this.
Yeah, you should avoid me.
52. Jordan.
Oh,
Jordan, are we ready?
it is.
Two or more elements which combine separately with fixed weight of another element are either the same or simple multiples of the weights of the elements when they combine amongst themselves. Law of
Something. It's the law of the squirrel.
we'll have the squirrels.
A log carrot.
The law of the.
Do you know?
Man thing.
Yeah, he's thinking.
What's that?
Give up. Okay, that's reciprocal proportions.
No, I didn't. Okay.
All right, yeah. All right, this has to go back to Emerson because I forgot she had a life preserver last time. So Emerson, let's say, which is, you can do this one, which is not a sign of a chemical change, color change, formation of a precipitate, change of phase or state, production of an odor, evolution of a gas, production of light, change in temperature, production of sound. She knows, she can do it. C is right. Not a change, not a chemical change. That's a physical change. Sorry down.
Take Lucas.
Or
If you sink Lucas, they're done.
Take Lucas. They're cooked. How did they sink Lucas? They're cooked. Sink Lucas.
She gonna throw the knife in and twist? What kind of a woman are you, Emerson?
Sink Lucas, you win.
Try someone, I want to keep playing this game.
That's all right. We can keep playing after the juniors go. All right, Emerson, what's your choice? Lucas, bye. All right, so it's our juniors need to leave, and we just wrapped up. That was perfect timing. Juniors, take your coins. Y'all regroup, and we will move on to the next thing.
So I have a question. What happened?
You would, Asher, you existed.
not even a reverse thing with flat.
No, you should have got it.
All right, I got a few things to hand out while you get lunch out.
I think that only makes sense if you actually know. It's just a dream of what it's on.
That was kind of fun.
We got the company.
I got some things to hand out. You sit right there. Thank you.
One of them, like little things on your finger.
And I'm gonna dance pad.
All right, Asher.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was.
Why would you do
You
that?
sent me a review, right? I still have to add that. That was the first one, but I did a lot, right?
Spaceship.
No.
So I answered your email. You did send it, but you only sent it, you didn't send it.
Do you have everything? What is that?
What was the question? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
My entire backpack, no bumpers.
It says, ask you to teach you with a few anything massive any.
Oh, did you print this off the internet?
Yeah.
Okay, that was X'd out on the hard copy, so you don't have to do that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I can just turn this in?
I answered some of them. Do you remember what the question was? I can tell you whether or not I remember answering. Yeah, turn that in.
Not the question, I handed it in online.
Oh, okay. Then so I sent y'all a couple messages. One of them was that I was away this weekend, so I didn't get everything that came through. Like, here's what I try to do, just so you guys understand, but like, I try to take everything you've turned in and I take all the stuff that you've turned in and I take it with me on Tuesday nights to the gym. And while Drew's at practice and his teammates are at practice, I'm sitting there for 4 hours. That's when I do all your grading and entering and all of that, if I don't get it done before we leave for gym. So if you turn something in after that, it might take me longer to get to it. Because part of it is, if I'm grading something like a lab that everybody's done with the same data, I try and keep all the copies out so that I'm grading everybody the same. Like if I decide this answer is a little incomplete, I'm going to take off 1 point. A week later, I might not remember, did I take off 1 point or 2 points? And I want to be fair. So I try and do them at the same time. So if you haven't gotten something back from me, it might be because I'm waiting on other people to get it together. So I can kind of do it all at once because it's fair and it's faster that way for me, but fair for you. So yeah, if you get stuff in on time, I try to get it back to you on time. If it trickles in a little late, it may take longer. Also because I plan my week around this is when I'm doing this work versus when I'm doing something else. So yeah, and this weekend is going to be a crazy busy weekend for me this week and this weekend. So if you owe me work, get it to me early, right? And it even, your email this week will remind you, but like everything is due Monday. If you owe me anything, it's due Monday. You alive back there? You're alive. Okay, that was fun. Yeah. All right. Before we start, let me just tell you your midterm. I would have my eyes up here because things are going to be moving quickly, but I would have my eyes up here if I were you. This first page is true or false and multiple choice, and there are 16 one-point questions on it. Oh, look at that. That's fast. You can get through that real fast. That continues on to the second page. 20 more. Multiple choice, true or false.
They do inform this if Andrew can see it and I can see it.
Good question.
He's gonna do that to cheat.
Woo! It'll go by fast. Page 1. Woo! Page 2. Okay. I don't even know if they can see it because the camera is like kind of hiding. Actually, where is the camera at the moment? Let me make sure it's still. Why is that not? Yeah. All right. Anyway, they're quick. I'll describe then. On your third page of your exam, you will have that very familiar looking thingy bobber that looks kind of like that, and it shows all your units, the thing that King Henry died unusually drinking chocolate milk goes with that you need to fill in. You will have to do 1 Lewis dot. Your review packet has, I think, 6 or 7, I don't know, 6, 8 Lewis dots. 7. One of them will be on the exam. Oh, one of them, will be on the exam. You will have to tell me how many valence electrons a certain element has, and it might be the same element that you just did a Lewis dot for, so it shouldn't be a hard question. And by the way, you have a periodic table on the back. You don't have to memorize that. It's right there. Don't memorize the table. It's a tool for a reason, right? You are going to have to give me the mass in grams of 1 mole of a very simple compound. And you are given tiles off the periodic table for that, so you don't even have to flip and look. But it's a very simple compound, and you're going to have to give me the mass in grams. Let's see. You're going to have to write the names of some compounds, and you're going to have to write the chemical formula of some compounds based on their names. They won't be foreign to you because they're in the review. Here's the thing with the midterm review. If you review all the options, if you review the slides, the Jeopardy, the sink or swim, actually just the slides and the Jeopardy alone, if you can do that, everything you need to know will be covered. Not everything in the slides and the Jeopardy review will be on the exam, but everything on the exam is in the slides of the Jeopardy review. Okay? All right. You're going to have to determine the percentage composition of the components of a very simple, very familiar compound. And it probably won't be foreign to you either. You're going to have to balance an equation, which will also not be foreign to you because it's given as an option in your review. But I'll tell you all this now. I'm saying this out loud. You have, where you have your formula, look, there's a bracket. That means if you've just memorized it and you write down the answer, you're not going to get full credit for that because it's a 5-point question. I have to see the work. Metals, non-metals, hydrogen, oxygen, balance it out. Let's see. So your multiple choice and true or false are going to get you to a total of 36 points. Then you've got your diagram of your metric units is 6 points. Your Lewis dot is 2. The question regarding valence electrons in Lewis dot is 1. The mass in grams of 1 mole of a compound, the compound is 2 points. The percentage composition of the components of a particular compound is 5 points. The balancing is 5 points. The naming the compounds from the chemical formula and the giving the chemical formula from the name of the compound is 4 points. Then you're going to have matching, and this is all your laws. Conservation of mass, multiple proportions, reciprocal proportions, constant proportions, gaseous volumes is matching. That's 5 points. So you don't have to know it off the top of your head. You have to be able to recognize it, right? Then you're going to get the hypothesis question that's on every single exam I give. And that one is going to be a 5-point question. That's the one about, it's an idea that can be tested and it has to be either supported or rejected, right? And repeatable. Let's see. You're going to have a labeling a diagram that you have in your pack your packet, and it's the one that shows the diagrams of the reactions: displacement, combustion, synthesis, decomposition. If you can recognize those, and you're given a word bank, you don't have to come up with the words, but you do have to write the answers, but you're given a word bank. All right, you're going to have to give me the scientific theory versus scientific law answer. It's the 5 points for the labeling the diagrams of the reactions. Difference between theory and law, 5-point question. That's a 2-part answer, right? Everybody knows it. That's an easy one to memorize. Science is subtle, 5-point question. You're going to have to give me 5 signs that a chemical reaction has taken place. We've got 8 to pick from. So if you remember 5, you're good. You're going to have to determine the percentage composition of the elements of one other compound. And this one, you're not given the little tiles. You're going to have to flip and look and make sure you understand how to do it. And you're going to give me the percentage of the components of that compound. And then that's a 5-point question. So those are that's a bigger one, right? And then how many atoms are in a certain mass of a certain compound? Not compound, element, actually. So you're going to have to write down your answer in scientific notation. That's a 4-point question. Then you have a bonus question. The bonus question looks very much like that, periodic table tile that's in your review packet. And you're going to need to label it, and you'll have the option to label, like, you'll say atomic number, and then you'll say the name of the element and that it is the symbol. Like, you need to label the whole thing, and it's and it's 1 point for each of those things. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus you've also got extra credit for Tinker Day and the escape room, if you haven't done that yet. So, all right, are we ready? I will give coinage for this as we go. Coinage, and I refilled the candy yesterday. Spent another $35 on Skittles. Y'all like Skittles, man. All right, are we ready? After this, we will play Jeopardy. So let's roll through this one. Here are all our topics. Oh, I hope we've studied. A common refrain these days is science is settled. Who can give me number 1 as to why it's never settled? Caitlin. Oh, sorry, you were chewing.
Science is in a binary state.
That is number 1. Science does not exist in a binary state. If you write science does not exist in a binary state, that is a sufficient answer. Yes.
For 2, it is a substitute for a good or bad understanding of science.
Yes. So this is the one that's hard. So it's harder to write out or explain. Poor, good understanding in one area of science does not validate or invalidate good or poor understanding in another area of science. If you have something that's real close to that and covers those topics, that doesn't have to be word for word, but it should be real close. Real close. That good understanding in one area or poor understanding in one area does not validate or invalidate good or poor understanding in another area. Yes, sir. Yes, natural science is not about absolute proofs, and that is your last one. It is about narrowing uncertainty. That's your magic term. Narrowing uncertainty. You want to try and put those words in there. Narrowing uncertainty. And remember, you can watch this whole thing on YouTube if you don't want to record it, or maybe you're just recording the answers that are tricky for you. All right, moving on. What is number 1 here? Let's see. Oh, I'll go with you, Yusuf. Physical science. And what is number 2, Xander? Yeah, overall life science. Yeah, or biology is appropriate. Okay, and number 3 is Asher.
Chemistry.
Chemistry fits in right there. There it is. Hi, chemistry. These guys right here are your ones with absolute 100% certainty, right? Mathematics, logic, statistics. Everybody knows what logic is, right? You know what logic is? If the question were, one of Miss Danny's students is Miss Danny's child, but it's not Asher, Rylan, Addie, everybody but Drew. The answer would be Drew, because that's the only other option, which means it's 100% true, right? So that's logic. They're big puzzles for logic. They're actually, I love them. Some people hate them. I love them. I think they're fun. All right, next up, your independent variable is what you, PJ? You're fine. Independent.
Oh. What you, wait, no.
She got it. What you change. Very good. Dependent is Liam. What you observe changing. Very good. And what is your control, Jordan? What I keep the same. Very good. Which is the correct scientific notation for this number? All right, Lucas.
5/6 times 10 to the 11th power.
There you go. 3.456 times 10 to the 11th. Could you also do 34.56 times 10 to the 10?
No.
Could you?
Yeah.
Would that be,
Yeah.
wouldn't that be 10 times larger?
Not if you take 10 to the 10.
But
You'd have to do 10 to the 10. So what?
Could do it, but then it wouldn't be in true science.
It wouldn't be true. Yeah, that wouldn't be the way we want it. This is what we want, right? One digit here, 3.456 times 10 to the 11. It's going to be like a multiple choice situation. Okay, so if you recognize it, you're good. A description of how close a measurement is to its actual value is known as, Asher, that is your accuracy. Your precision has to do with your tool. Sorry, put that down. Accuracy has to do with the tool. Precision has to do more with the user, right? Okay, sorry. Atom with a different number of neutrons is, Colin. That is an isotope. Very good. Different number of neutrons. There are how many atoms per mole of carbon, Xander? Yes, 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. This is our magic number that we use. That's how we get our Avogadro's number, right? There you are. Couldn't find you. All right, avocado. The mass in grams of 1 mole of a substance is its what, Jordan? Molar mass. Avogadro's number is the number of what in 1 mole of any substance? Lucas. There you go. Units is what we're looking for because remember, it's a counting unit. It can be atoms. It can be molecules. It can be particles. It can be whatever, right? It's a unit. It's a counting unit. Atomic mass is derived from what, Yusuf?
I remember this, but I don't want to. The average mass of elements, the average mass of the elements, isotopes, and and weighted by the percent of their abundance in nature.
Yeah. So we like to say that really what it is it's the neutrons plus the protons, but there's also this tiny little bit of a thing going on where we've been looking at what's abundant in nature relative to other isotopes. So, okay, what is a substance which undergoes a chemical change in a reaction? Okay, Asher.
React.
There's your reactant, right? Easy peasy. A hypothesis is what that can be what? Caitlin.
Idea.
Yep, that can be tested. Very good. All right. And it can't be proved or disproved. If you write proved or disproved in your answer, you are losing points. Caden, what does it have to be? Supported and repeatable or unsupported, rejected, and repeatable. Exactly. Do not write proved or disproved. You will get dinged. All right, a scientific law tells. Somebody was saying, okay, Liam. What happens of that? A scientific theory tells. Caden?
What should happen? The question.
Why it happens, an explanation, right? Why it happens, an explanation. So what a fact, why an explanation. All right, who is up here saying, oh, atoms are like marbles? All right, Caden again. That's Democritus. Who is credited with the first modern atomic theory? And 3 of his 5 points are still valid, Jordan. Asher, sorry. Y'all. Dalton. Y'all do that to me sometimes. I don't know why. Okay. Who is known for your plum pudding model? Lucas? Thompson. JJ Thompson. And who claimed finally that we have a nucleus? Who figured that out? Colin. Yes, Rutherford, Ernest Rutherford. And who came up with the planetary model?
Force.
Bohr, Niels Bohr. Very good. And who were the two guys that developed the quantum model? Yusuf?
Heisenberg and
Schrodinger.
Schrödinger.
Edwin Schrodinger and Werner Heisenberg. Exactly. They won't all necessarily be on your exam, but some of them will be. All right. The modern atomic model is called what? What do we call it? Oh, Liam. Quantum model. Who's credited for having created the first modern periodic table, Jordan? Dmitry Mendeleev. The name given to the vertical divisions of the periodic table or the columns, Caden.
Groups.
There you go. Groups or families. Very good. In 1865, John Newlands arranged the known elements by property and by order of increasing mass. He noticed the patterns repeated about every 4 elements, and he called this the law of octaves. This should say 8 elements. I will fix that. I think that should say 8, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Anyway, law of octaves is what you want. Octets, actually, I believe. I think that whole thing is wrong because I think I copied it from. Let me make a note. Don't ignore that one. I need to correct that. I'll correct it in here. Yeah. I'm gonna write Newlands.
Good way to have people remember it.
Yeah. Check that one. All right. La la la. Hund's rule states that who's got Hund's rule? All right, you got it, Yusuf?
So notes that look like a 3-5 card.
Every orbital in a subshell is singly occupied with the electron before any one orbital is doubly occupied.
Right. This is important when you do your Lewis dot. If your Lewis dot has more than 4 electrons, and it might, then remember that you have to do 1 on each side before you do your next round. It's a circle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 5, 6, or 5. And it doesn't matter whether your 2 are on the right, left, top, or bottom, but you can't have like 2, 2, 2, and then nothing on the other side. You have to have, remember, this is also about, wasn't there a metaphor about filling bus seats or something that everybody would try to sit in their own double seat first before you would sit next to them if you're all strangers getting on a bus, right? Okay. To remove an electron from an atom, what kind of energy do you require? Lucas. Ionization energy. Very good. The structure of an ionic compound is what? What do we call these, Drew? Crystal lattice. Very good. Chemical bonds may be what 3 types of bonds have we studied? Colin.
Polar, nonpolar, covalent.
Polar, nonpolar, covalent, and what's the other one? No.
Ionic.
Ionic, right. Ionic, polar covalent, non-polar covalent. Very good. What's a force that attracts electrons from one atom to another, which transforms a neutral atom into an ion? Colin. All right, there we go. Or ionic bonding. You can use that wouldn't be a wrong answer. I'd give credit for that one, but this is the one I think that's probably going to show up. All right, and what is a covalent bond in which 2 atoms share one pair of atoms? Xander?
Single.
There you go. A single bond, one pair of atoms. And when electrons shared by 2 atoms are held more closely by one atom, what do we have? Asher? A polar covalent bond or a polar bond. Correct. You can determine the empirical formula by using what? Does anybody know what goes here? Do you know, Yusuf? There you go. Percent composition. Very good. Percentage yield. The formula is going to be, Caden?
Actual yield divided by theoretical yield times 100.
Perfect. Perfect. Actual yield divided by theoretical yield times 100. What deals with quantities in reactions? Quantities in reactions. Jordan? Stoichiometry. All right. What's the experimental measurement of enthalpy? Liam?
Calorimetry.
Calorimetry, very good. That was funny. I was like, I watched the light go bing in here. Wait, I know that one. All right. Your what reactant determines your theoretical yield? What do we call this reactant? Yusuf?
A limiting reaction.
Your limiting reactant. Do you remember when we made strontium carbonate that our limiting reactant was the strontium chloride, wasn't it? We put that in with the sodium carbonate. Remember? We could only make as much as we could. We could only, it's like, remember when you said, I have 10 boxes of cake mix, but I only have 6 eggs. And each recipe calls for 2 eggs. How many boxes of cake mix can I actually turn into cake? 3, because I need 2 eggs per box. That's my limiting reactant, my number of eggs. Like, I'm limited by the number of eggs I have. I can only make but so many cakes, right?
We try to make it without egg.
You could try, yeah. No, my mother-in-law does that with applesauce and it's not good. Yeah.
Did you know that apparently, like, I think eggs wasn't one actually needed,
Mhm.
but the people like making the cakes thought it was too simple and too easy, so the people added eggs to the recipe so that they would actually think they would put work into it.
Yeah, you can get powdered egg in cake batter.
Supposed to be, you just have to add water to it, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
they were like, no, it's,
People won't do that, yeah.
so then they added oil and eggs.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
yeah, I saw-
I've actually purchased like bulk mix that has powdered egg and it comes out exactly the same, weirdly enough. You wouldn't think it would, but okay, so molar heat capacity is the energy as heat needed to raise 1 mole of an element or one compound by how much? Colin? By 1 degree, 1 Kelvin, not degree, but 1 Kelvin. All right, Q equals, Colin? Heat, there we go. Should have given that to you, Drew. Delta H equals Xander. Enthalpy. And what kind of reaction binary compounds typically break down into 2 elements? Kaden. Decomposition. A measurement of the degree of order within a system. Liam.
Entropy.
Entropy. Very good. Enthalpy is the energy within a system, and we can't measure enthalpy. What do we measure? The change in enthalpy. All right, we have 8 signs of chemical reaction. You're going to need to give me 4 on your midterm. What's number 1, Asher?
Color.
Color change. Number 2 is Drew. No, 2 is there.
Alright.
Yep. Odor. Very production of an odor. Very good. Number 3 is Kaden.
Light?
That was not light. Anybody know? Jordan, do you know?
Oh, that's the one thing that
Caitlin.
Bubbling.
Yeah, evolution of a gas. There you go. That's a tricky one. Number 4 is Yusuf. Change in temperature. Number 5 is Liam.
Production of precipitate.
Yes, formation of a precipitate. Very good. Number 6 is
I know.
Asher. What is it?
Electricity.
Yes, the emission or absorption of electricity. Number 7 is Lucas. Production of light. Number 8 is PJ.
Production of sound.
Production of sound. Very good. All right. I'm just going to show you these so that you can check your notes. I'll give you a minute to check or write and make sure that you have those. Drew, where's your review packet? Do you need it? Are you good? You might want it to make sure you have all these, or do you have all these?
I know.
Okay. So how many valence electrons, everybody, how many valence electrons does hydrogen have? 1. How about calcium? How about aluminum? Carbon? Nitrogen? 5. What about, wait a minute. When we drew these 5 for nitrogen, did we draw these 2 first? No, we did 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you added your, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That's how we did it. Around the outside. Oxygen has, chlorine has, argon has, What does that mean for argon?
Double gas.
It's happy, it's noble gas, it has a full shell, it's a happy, happy, happy little element. Look at him, doesn't he look happy? Yay! Everybody together, 17 is. Okay, 18, 19, and 20, 21, and Millie. Excellent job. If you gotta go? You gotta go? Oh, you're standing up. Okay. All right. All right. Calcium chloride is written as what? Okay, you said CaCl2. What is O2 negative? Not oxygen. Jordan.
Oxide.
Okay, it's oxide. Yeah, and these are backwards, these two. I'm going to fix them later. That's that one, and that's oxide. They're just backwards, but I know they're there. Yeah, those are backwards. And
Zinc oxide.
zinc oxide. Very good.
Called oxide.
It's because of what happens. There's, think about, look at zinc. Where is zinc? Well, look at oxygen. Well, because it has to do with this becoming an ion and losing a charge, right? It becomes more negative, which is what makes it oxide. Remember, there's a flow chart. There's a whole flow chart. Remember on how to name compounds? You go through the little thing. All right. Determine the percent composition. Sodium carbonate. I'll show you these so you can see them. Right?
Right.
Make sure you have those correct. You what? Yeah.
I don't know it.
All right. Okay. Your atomic number is circled in red. What would this atomic number be? Liam?
7.
It would be 7. So if you had this, the number would be given, but there would be a blank underneath. And you should tell me that is the atomic number. Then you're going to have a symbol circled in blue. There will be a little blank that says, what is this? And you're going to say it's the symbol. And then you're going to give its name. And what's its name? Lucas, nitrogen. And then you're going to have an atomic mass. It's going to have a blank here. And you're going to write atomic mass. And then you're going to give me its atomic mass. And what's its atomic mass going to be? Asher. 14.007. And you don't have to memorize those because you have a periodic table attached to your exam, right? Woo. All right. Law of conservation of mass. There are 2 ways to answer this. One is a chemistry specific answer. One is a science general specific answer. I will take either one. Caitlin, what do you have for number 1? Did your brain just die?
I think it did.
We can toss it. Liam?
Math
Oh, wait, you got it. Do it.
is conserved in a closed system.
Yeah. Okay, so there's 2 ways to do it. The chemistry specific answer is the total mass of the reactant in a chemical reaction is always equal to the total mass of the product in the chemical change. That's your chemistry specific. But if you said mass is neither created nor destroyed, it can change. You know, you can write mass is neither created nor destroyed. I will take that. Okay, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. So we only have the maxes, right? We don't have to like.
They're matching. Yeah. So that should work for you. All right. Law of multiple proportions states that what? Oh, these are the fun ones. All right, Colin F., you got it.
Believe that when 2 elements combine to form 2 or more compounds, mass of one element that combines with the given mass of the other is the ratio.
Yes. Yes. Small whole number ratio. And you can, in this case, you can actually substitute weight for mass because that's the way the law was written. Yes, these are matching, remember, so you don't have to memorize them, but you do have to know what goes with what. So find a little device that helps you remember multiple versus like reciprocal and constant. These are the 3 that are going to mess you up, right? Multiple proportions, reciprocal proportions, and constant proportions. So just find find a little device or memorize some way to help keep them apart in your head. So what's reciprocal proportions? Anybody have this one? So this is the one that says two or more elements combined separately with the fixed weight of a third element, or either the same or simple multiples of the weights of the elements when they combine among themselves. And how about constant proportions? This is the other tricky one. So this is pure chemical compound always contains the same elements combined together in the same proportion by weight, whatever may be the method of preparation or whatever may be its source. This one has the word same in it twice and constant in the name. So if you can keep constant, same, and same, that'll help, right? Constant and same and same. And then the law of gaseous volumes. Anybody have this one? You got it? Getting there. So when gases react to give products under the same condition of temperature and pressure, they react by simple whole number ratio volumes. But if I'm telling you that it's multiple choice, and this is the only one about gases, that's a giveaway. This is the one that talks about mass. This is the one that talks about mass being equal. There's your conservation of mass. These are the three that you need to really focus on. These three. Everybody hears me, right? Multiple proportions, reciprocal, and constant. Those are the three that are going to trip you up. So work on those three. All right, what is number one demonstrating for us here? Jordan. Combustion, because there's a flame. See the flame. Always see the flame. All right, how about number two? Kaden. Here we go. Decomposition. Number three. Colin. Synthesis. Number 5. Asher.
Single displacement.
Single displacement or replacement.
What happened to full? We went from 3 to 5.
Oh, I don't know. I just numbered wrong. I was doing this in a coffee shop, which tells you I needed caffeine to keep doing it. So again, months ago, by the way. And what is number 6? Okay, Liam.
Single displacement.
Single displacement or double. Sorry, I knew what you meant. Yeah, double. You read single. I knew what you meant. Double displacement or replacement, right? There you go. Excellent. And those are going to be, it'll be written exactly like this, where you see the words written here. So you have a word bank and you're going to have to correctly label them. All right, I'm just going to show you these so that you can check and make sure that you have the right answers for them. Now, like I said, and I will say it again, you're going to have a bracket to do your balancing, which means you're going to have to show me your work if you want your full credit. I can give you partial credit if you spit out the memorized answer. And it might just be one of these exact equations that you have to balance. Just might be, maybe. One of these exact. Huh? You draw the bracket's drawn, and you show where you wrote out your numbers and your elements, like we do when we balance them. You know, where you write them out. What's the order? Metals?
Non-metals.
Hydrogen, oxygen. You have a mnemonic. Everybody should. A lot of people did not turn in their lab 11, and the lab 11 was just give me a mnemonic, your own unique mnemonic for metals, non-metals, hydrogen, oxygen. Somebody give me theirs. Who has one? Kaden. Moles never help out. Many nachos have what? Olives. Ew.
What?
One of the juniors had my neighbor hates oatmeal, right? I liked that one. I thought that was a good one. All right, so percent composition. Here we go. Oh, and look, it's giving you an example of a compound. What do you know? So water's percentage composition by mass of hydrogen is how much? Anybody have it, Jordan? You have it?
11.1.
Yeah, 11 or 11.1. 11. Yep, that's what we're going for. And there's your math for how to do it. Be real great if I saw some math on your exam so I can be sure that you didn't just memorize an answer. So, you know. And then water's composition by hydrogen is 11, we said. And how about its composition by mass of oxygen? Xander? Yes. Yes, you can have calculator. I'll have them for you. Yep. But I try to keep the math numbers as round and as easy as I can. I try not to throw in like too many crazy decimals and things because I know that messes people up when they understand the process. They like punch things in wrong or whatever. But if it's easy numbers, you can usually get to it. And these are pretty easy. So how about oxygen? What's it going to be for oxygen? Did anybody have it? If it's 11% hydrogen, then the oxygen is going to be, PJ?
89.
89. Gee, what do you know? If you figure out one, you've therefore figured out the other. There's only two things in it, right? So 11% oxygen, 11% hydrogen, sorry, 89% oxygen, 11 and 89 give you 100%. That's your compound, right? Go back and watch this lesson if you need help with it. I don't remember which number it was, but you can find it by looking at your syllabus. But yeah, if you need help with remembering how to do this, go back and watch it in the lesson. So here's another example. All right. We have iron 3 sulfate or ferric sulfate. Number 1, how many grams per mole is iron? What are we using here? What are we figuring out? That's going to be 56. Why? Because that number there is 55.84, right? There's your 56. Jeez, that's my least favorite. I hate it when I do that. I push the button wrong. All right. So here's how you did it. You got 56 and 56, right? How about your sulfur? 32, right? And your oxygens are each 16. So that means you had 56 plus 56 is 112 plus 32 plus 16 times 4, 64. This is times 3. So we're going to keep this at 112. We didn't change that. Now we're going to multiply, add this up, and we get 96. Now we got to multiply that by 3, right? So again, you're 112. We multiply that by 3, and we get 288. When you add them together, you get your molar mass of this compound. Yeah, about. That's what that means, right? That little tilde is about 340 grams per mole, right? Right.
No.
No. Now we're going to play Jeopardy. So I will let you guys divide yourselves up. You do teams while I switch my screen sharing.
Okay, versus everyone else. Yeah.
This needs to be. Do what? No. Balance it out close enough. Yeah, there was some times. By the time you get to finals, there'll be more. All right, so we have 2, 4, and 6 over here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 over here. We need 2 over here. 2 more need to come over here. You two? Oh, no.
He was over there.
All right, what? Something. Okay, wait a minute. Hang on. 4. This is 6.
Me, Liam, and Connor are team.
And that's 5. Do we want to do 3 teams?
Yeah.
Okay, go back. We'll set it up as 3 teams. All right. Now I need team number 1 over here. Do you want a name?
You want to do the theory of robust?
What? Robust.
Team theory of robust.
You're gonna fit. I'll just put robustum. Table team, you want a name? Table. Whoops. And you guys want a name? Couch Pacino?
Yeah. Cappuccino. Chino.
Okay.
What is that? It's cappuccino.
I don't make this up. All right, so So listen, here's the way we'll do it. Since there are 3 teams, if team number 1, for example, is answering and they get the question wrong, I will give team number 2 an option to answer it. If they get it wrong, then team number 3. If team number 2 team table, gets a question wrong, then team Couch Puccino gets a chance. And if they get it wrong, then team whatever that is, Robustum. Right? Does that make sense? We'll just move clockwise.
That's not unfair though, because if they keep getting answers wrong, they'll get money.
No, not necessarily, because if they keep getting them wrong, you'll get
They
more.
might get it.
But if they keep getting wrong, you'll get more. All right, are we ready? All right, we are gonna start. Okay, I have a number behind my back between 1 and 10.
4.
4,
I know.
3.
3.
One.
It's 4.
She only has one
No.
point behind her back.
We'll go 1, 2, 3, and in that order. Now, pick a captain, because that person is going to give the official answer for the team. So, and captains, do not yell out. Wait till your team has all agreed.
You didn't notice that?
All right. You have captain? Colin? Or Yusuf? Yusuf. Who's your captain back there?
Asher.
Colin? And Asher. Okay.
We got 2 Collins.
Team Robustum. Remember to give your answer in the form of a question. Where are we going?
Big ideas for 500.
Big ideas. Straight for 500. The answer is, this is the experimental measurement of enthalpy.
They just studied and they forgot.
Wait, so you have a time saving?
I'll play the theme if it's taking a while, or I'll sing it.
Is Helium.
Calorimetry. I will take that. Very good. Next up, team table.
Just the basics for 500.
Just the basics for 500. The scientific notation for 123 million.
1.23. Wait, the 2, 3. What is 1.23 times 10 to the 8?
There we go. 1.23 times 10 to the 8. Correct. Team Couch Puccino. Laws 500. Laws. Okay. This law states that 2 or more elements which combine separately with the fixed weight of another element are either the same or simple multiples of the weights of the elements when they combine amongst themselves.
What is the law of multiple proportions?
Is that your team answer or your answer? Make sure everybody agrees. They're all nodding. I should have popped that one up. I wasn't listening. I messed that up. So that's no 0. Sorry. I should have sent it. I lost, my brain died for a minute. All right. So we're back over here. And where are we going?
Bond 500.
Let's bond for 500. Percentage yield is determined with this equation.
Absolute yield divided by theoretical yield times 100.
He's the mouse.
Hey, everybody agreeing? Boom, nice work. And we're good. Moving on to table. Discoveries for 500. This is derived from the average mass of an element's isotopes weighted by the percentage of their abundance in nature.
You should have done this one. What is atomic mass?
Atomic mass is correct. Points for you.
Go do it.
Hey, let's get points on the board, Couch Puccino.
Just the basics, 400.
Just the basics for what? 400? Yeah. A description of how close a measurement is to its actual value. What is accuracy? That's actually an incorrect answer. You're right. I need to fix that. Yeah, that's what I just said. I got to fix that one. It got entered in there wrong because it's a cut and paste situation. So I'll be going back to fix that one. Okay. Yes, you do. Hang on. I gotta,
Be quiet,
We
okay?
get double points.
No.
you get that point because that one's wrong.
You get double points for compensation
You're up.
for misleading us.
Alrighty. Big ideas, 400.
Big ideas for 400. This is the energy as heat needed to raise 1 mole of an element or compound by 1 Kelvin.
Molar heat capacity.
Molar heat capacity. We are correct. And table.
Let's go with Discoveries 400.
Discoveries 400. In 18, this is the one that I had an issue with before, so we'll see. 1865, Newlands arranged the known elements by property and by order of increasing atomic mass. He noticed that patterns repeated about every 4 elements, and this was called the pattern what?
What is the law of octaves?
Yes, octets, which is what I need to correct in the other one. So yeah, you get that because that was weird. Let it know here.
Because it's actually every 8 elements.
Yeah, it's every 8. Yep, that's the one. So I need to write that it's in
You
slides
should get half a point for that.
and Jeopardy. All right. And couch Pacinos. Let's bond for 400. In this type of reaction, binary compounds typically break down into 2 elements. Is your whole team in agreement? Make sure everybody's in agreement. Okay, very good. And you got that one. And all right, Robustum.
Alrighty. Laws for 400.
Getting brave. This law states that if 2 elements combine to give 2 or more different chemical compounds, then the weight of one of the elements, which combined with the fixed weight of the other, always show numerical ratio to 1. Mm-hmm. Ah,
What is the law of proportions?
there you go. Nice job. There you go. All right. Table.
Basics for 300.
Basics for 300. A hypothesis is an idea that must be repeatable and can be tested. Testing a hypothesis results in one of the 2 of the following dichotomous outcomes. Dichotomous meaning opposite.
Is supported and repeatable and unsupported and repeatable.
Yes, supported or unsupported or rejected. Yes.
Time.
Hmm?
What's the plus and extra time?
What's the plus? What?
Give us an extra 300 points. Why?
No. Why?
Aw, man.
I just hate it.
Yeah, but do it again. Do it again.
Psh. All right, Couch Pacino.
I like to play better.
Discoveries 300. All right. He envisioned atoms like small marbles. Democritus. All right. Yes, we got Democritus. Very good. All right, Robustums.
Laws for 300.
300 laws. This law states that when gases react to give products under the same condition of temperature and pressure, they react in simple whole number ratio by volumes.
What is the law of gaseous volumes?
You got it. Very good. Outstanding. And table.
Go with big ideas 300.
Big ideas 300. A substance which undergoes a change in a chemical reaction.
Is it reactive?
A reactant. Very good. Cappuccinos.
Let's bond.
Let's bond for 300. This bond occurs when electrons shared by 2 atoms are held more closely by 1 atom.
What is it, polar covalent?
There you go. Polar covalent. Very good. Alrighty. Robustum, where are we going?
Okay, let's do big ideas for 200.
Big ideas for 200. The name given to the vertical divisions of the periodic table.
What is groups of families?
Groups or families. Yes, groups is right. What are the horizontal ones? There you go. Periods. All right. Where are we going back there?
Back to the basics for 200.
Just the basics for 200. In an experiment, this is the variable you change. This variable is the one you change.
What is independent variable?
All right. So, yep, independent or manipulated. Either answer is correct. Don't poke yourselves with, oh God, it's a lightsaber fight in the kitchen now. All righty. Where are we going, Couch Puccinos? Discoveries for 200. Credited with creating the first atomic theory, 3 of his 5 points are still accepted as true today.
John Dalton.
There you go. John Dalton is correct.
Isn't it who was John Dalton?
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Can we have the points?
That is
quiet.
false.
Be quiet. Be quiet.
Because he's
Be
dead.
quiet.
Laws for 200.
All right, laws for 200. This law states in a pure chemical compound always contains the same elements combined together in the same proportion by weight, whatever may be the method of its preparation or whatever may be its source.
What is the law of constant proportion?
There you go. How'd you know it was constant?
How did they?
What was the clue that it was constant?
Captain didn't
Same,
say it.
same. There you go.
Danny, the captain didn't say it though.
Yeah.
That's all. We're fine.
Alright. Let's go with lead bond 200.
Let's bond for 200. Okay. A bond in which 2 atoms share electrons. Share electrons.
What is a covalent bond?
Yes, covalent, because they are sharing. What's the kind where they steal? Ionic is stealing. All right, what's over here?
Just the basics.
Just the basics for 100. In the mnemonic device, King Henry died unexpectedly drinking chocolate milk. The words in the phrase represent this list of metric prefixes, and it is
What is kilo? Hecto, deca,
very good. Yes, you got it. Excellent. All right. Where are we going, Robustum?
Laws 100.
Laws for 100. This law states that the total mass of the reactant undergoing a chemical reaction is always equal to the total mass of the product in a chemical change. Yes, there you go. Law of conservation of mass. Very good. All righty, table.
Big ideas 100.
Big ideas 100. This is a measure of the amount of order within a system.
What is entropy?
Very good. Entropy. Nice job. In Couch Puccinos. Discoveries 100. He is credited with having created the first modern theater. Yeah, who is Dmitry Mendeleev? We know this one. That's an easy peasy one. And back over to Robusta. Let's bond.
Everybody gets one.
These compounds have a crystal lattice structure.
What is not an bond?
Yeah, ionic compounds. Yep. Good. That's good. I'll take it. I won't be all Alex Trebek over it.
Hey, no, that doesn't count. They didn't say it. That doesn't count.
So now what I'm going to do, and I would super pay attention if I were you, is I'm going to read some questions right off your midterm. And there are no more points for Jeopardy, but I'm going to let you go team by team. Let's see. Trying to find one that maybe isn't exact.
Make them like final Jeopardy or double Jeopardy.
Trying to find one we haven't hit exactly modeled. Maybe it's worded differently. The mass in grams, oh, this is for you. The mass in grams of 1 mole of a substance is its isotopic mass, atomic weight, molar mass, or nuclear weight. Wait, I'm asking them. The mass in grams of 1 mole of a substance is its isotopic mass, atomic weight, molar mass, or nuclear weight. Molar mass. All right. Every orbital subshell is singly occupied with one electron before any orbital is doubly occupied. Whose rule is it? Who is it? Hund's rule. Very good. Da-da-da-da-dum. Are periods vertical or horizontal on the periodic table?
Is that a question?
Yeah, I'm asking them. Yeah. Are periods vertical or horizontal? Horizontal, right, okay. Which is not a type of chemical bond. Ionic bond, pair bond, polar covalent bond, or non-polar covalent bond. Which is not a type of chemical bond. Ionic bond, pair bond, polar covalent bond, or non-polar covalent bond. Pair bond. Ionic bond. Which is not a type of chemical bond. Ionic bond, pair bond, polar covalent bond, or non-polar covalent bond. Pair bond, not a type of bond. Ionic bonding is a force that attracts. Ionic bonding is a force that attracts what from one atom to another, which transforms a neutral atom into an ion. Electrons. A covalent bond in which two atoms share one pair of electrons is what kind of bond? That's y'all. A covalent bond in which two atoms share one pair of electrons. One pair, single bond. One pair, single bond. Let me see. The number of units in 1 mole of any substance is equal to Gibbs energy, Avogadro's number, Moser's number, or Hubble constant. The number of units in 1 mole of any substance is equal to Gibbs energy, Avogadro's number, Moser's number, or Hubble constant. Avogadro's number. Okay. You can determine the empirical formula by using chromatography, calorimetry, percent composition, or ionization. Percent composition. Good. What deals with quantities in reactions? Will it be Hess's law, stoichiometry, Lavoisier's law, or gravitometry? Stoichiometry. And guys in the back, how do we determine percent yield? What's the formula? Yes, actual divided by theoretical times 100. Ooh, lightning. What determines, you guys down here? Ooh, now my dog's gonna have a panic. That's fun. Okay, what determines theoretical yield? Excess reactant, temperature of products, limiting reactant, or molarity of products? Limiting reactant. That is the longest thunder. What is happening? Is this nuclear war? It's still rumbling. What? Listen, shh. That's bizarre, but really cool. True or false? Q equals heat.
Yes.
True or false? Delta H equals entropy.
False. Enthalpy.
There you go. The standard enthalpy or enthalpy of formation is equal to the boiling point of a substance.
False.
Okay. Measure of degree. A measure of the degree of order within a system is its enthalpy. Entropy. Guys in the back, calorimetry is the experimental measurement of enthalpy. True or false? True. All right. Let me see. Just double checking. All right. We did that one ad nauseum. We did that one ad nauseum. Did that. No. Okay. Know how to do your percent composition of a simple compound It's probably one of the compounds in your review packet, so I would know how to do those. Your mass in grams of a compound, I don't think that exact compound is on your exam review, but if you know how to find mass in grams of a compound, you shouldn't have a problem. I'll fix the, I gotta fix the name formulas in the thing. Cause those are messed up. Yeah, sure. Drew, can you grab the roll of paper towels for PJ, please? Her drink tipped over, spilled. Explain the difference. Somebody over here, explain the difference between scientific theory
Your turn.
and yeah, she's gonna need the roll, I think, baby. Scientific theory and scientific law. Ridley.
Theory, no, my fault. Oh my God. Why it happens?
Yep.
What happens?
Right. So scientific law tells what happens in facts. Scientific theory tells why it happens in explanation. Let's do that one together. Scientific law tells and scientific theory tells and there you go. Okay, somebody give me your 3 why science is never settled. That's one. That's one. Yep. Yes.
Natural science is not about absolute truth.
Yep, that's actually number 3. What's number 2?
Understanding or just understanding of one area does not constitute the same in another.
Yes. Yeah. Good/poor understanding in one area of science does not validate or invalidate poor/good understanding in another area of science. You get it?
Does not invalidate for understanding.
Yeah, you'll get points of view. If I know that you know, here's the thing, if I know that you know what you're saying, I try not to be overly picky, but if it's a point that matters, then I have to be picky, right? Like if you miss something important, like if you tell me that hypotheses are proved, I'm going to have to be like, no, and you're done. 5 signs that a reaction has taken place. Somebody give me 5. You have 8 to pick from. Somebody give me 5. Caitlin?
Mention of order.
Yep.
Odor.
I know what you meant.
Odor. Color change. Evolution of a gas.
Yep.
Production of sound.
Sound.
And
So odor, gas, precipitate, formation of a precipitate. That's a good one too. Excellent. What are the ones that she didn't name?
Formation, evolution of the electric.
Yeah, emission of electricity. What's another one she didn't do? She did gas.
That light.
Light. And there was one more. Sound. There you go. All right. Percent composition of a compound. This compound may or may not have been in a lab you did. So, if you've been paying attention. And then how many atoms are there in a certain mass of a particular element? Be sure to write your answer in scientific notation. So that one is not specifically in any of the reviews. That's the one that's not in any of the reviews, like specifically. But if you know how to find it, you should be good. Wow, here comes more rain. This is just going to be gross. You've got this on the back. We've got 12 minutes. Why don't we run through a few sink or swim with teams of 3?
Yeah.
Does that go?
Team
Table. Okay, you can stay, no, stay where you are. Keep your teams where they are.
Yeah, I'm dust.
Oh my God.
Ozzy, you're fine. What?
Someone already something from them, but permanently eliminating them.
Depends on what you did. That's
No.
the reason you're not.
Hey, starting in the same order. Your team. Your first, Asher, question number 1. An organized plan for gathering, obtaining, and organizing information is? Scientific method. Who are you sinking? You can sink one person on one team.
Houston.
Houston, get down. Drew. Question number 2. Which is not considered a branch of physical science? Physics, astronomy, zoology. Zoology. Who are you sinking?
Asher, please.
You may sink one person on either team.
Say cappuccino with that song.
So-
Oh, yeah.
It's count.
Why'd you count us?
Yeah. All right. He really does like you. He thinks you're a decent person, although he just sank you. All right, question number 3, PJ. Which is the correct scientific notation for this number?
B.
B is correct. And are you raising Ridley or sinking someone else?
Asher, please. Asher, shut up.
I'm sinking Colin.
Bye, Colin. I don't know. All right, Kaden, number 4. A description of how close a measurement is to its actual value is
Be accurate.
accuracy. Very good. Oh, where was that other one? I had to find that one. Where was that one that was
You
wrong?
with the baseball kind of guy.
Oh, Liam.
Yeah,
Bye, Liam.
What's the team on this?
Where was the incorrect accuracy precision? Where was that? Jeopardy? Okay. There, I have it written. All right. Jordan, question 5. Your independent variable is what you keep the same, true or false?
False.
Are you going to raise Colin or are you going to sink someone else? All right, Colin's up. Caitlin, question 6. An atom with a different number of neutrons is? A, an isotope. Are you going to raise Liam, Yusuf, or Ridley, or are you going to sink someone else?
Sink Asher, sink Asher.
You should probably.
I'll raise Ridley because I'm being held at.
Ridley's up. All right, Rylan. Who envisioned atoms like small marbles? Democritus is correct. Are you going to sink someone? Who are we sinking? Oh, Colin. Down he goes. Question 8. Now we go to Xander back there. 1 kilogram is equal to 100 grams. True or false?
False.
False is right. And are you sinking who? Bye, Asher. Hey, Ridley. Ridley. Credited with the first modern atomic theory. 3 of the 5 points are still valid. She's thinking.
Whoa.
You guys are.
Yeah, if you're sunk, you can't give clues. C. Dalton is correct. And what are we doing? Raising?
You should probably raise.
Sink Rylan, that means they only have.
Because half of our team is gone.
We also have Gabe.
Colin's up. All right, who are we on? Addie. Here we go, Addie. Known for the plum pudding or chocolate chip cookie model. Who is it? E. Thompson. She's got it right. And are we he's fine. Are we raising? Asher, or are we sinking somebody else? Asher's up. All right, Lucas. A liquid has a definite volume, but no definite shape. True or false? Ozzy Hush. He doesn't like the storm. True. Very good. And we are doing what?
Sink Asher, sink Asher.
Sink Asher.
Sink Asher.
Sink Asher.
They didn't take
Always must go.
PJ's down. Okay, cool. She says, all right, Colin. Created the planetary model. Bohr. And what are we doing?
Bye, everyone.
Yusuf's up. Smart move. All right, 13. Who am I on? Gabe.
I'm gonna go down again.
The modern atomic model. Is it cotton ball? Quantum. Very good. And what are we doing? Oh! All right, we're back to Drew. Question 14. There are 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd atoms per blank of carbon. Very good. And what are we doing?
Sink Asher. Sink Asher. Get rid of them.
Be fast. Hi, Caitlin. Okay, 15. So we're back at you, Ridley. The mass in grams of 1 mole of a substance. Is it isotopic, atomic, molar, or nuclear? Wait. He's fine, Drew. Just leave him. It's the rain.
C, more.
C, molar mass. Very good. And what are we doing?
Raise someone, raise someone.
PJ's up. That was cool. It was like Matilda, right? All right. Oops, sorry. Whoop. Who's up? Wait, who's up? Asher's back up. All right. An observation is made using the senses, and inference is made based on prior knowledge and experience. True or false?
That's true.
That's true. And what are we doing?
Let's go ahead and sink dude in green. And
Oh, Colin. Y'all gotta know each other's names by now. By Colin. Oh my gosh. 17. This is Colin, right? All right, Colin. Every orbital in a subshell is singly occupied with 1 electron before any one orbital is doubly occupied. Hey, Huns rule, and what are we doing with that information? Oh, PJ's down again. Man, Ridley. No pressure. I'm skipping this one because it was weird. All right. Dmitry Mendeleev is credited for having created the first modern periodic table. True or false? True is right. And what are we doing with that answer?
Thank me.
I would raise somebody. Colin.
I haven't even done a question.
Oh no. All right. Who are we up? Oh, okay. Kaden, what's up? Periods, the name given to the vertical divisions of the column or the columns. That's false. And what are we doing with that answer? Colin. Yeah, Shamir. Question 21 goes to Jordan. To remove an electron from an atom, what is required? Ionization energy. And what are we doing with that answer? Sinking Ridley. Oh, no. Now we're going 2-2. Wait, they got 5. They got 5. We're equal.
Before you said that you got a question.
That should say something about how people think you know. All right, so who was up? Addie? No, Rylan.
The guy in the baseball cap.
It's the guy in the baseball. Rylan, the statement, the worm is 3 centimeters long, is it's an observation. And what are we doing with that? Thinking Lucas. Bye, Lucas. All right, who is up over there now? I don't remember. Is it Xander? Okay, Xander, you get the structure of an ionic compound is crystal lattice. And what are we doing with that information? Raising Lucas. All right. Addie. Okay, what is not a type of chemical bond? B is not. Correct. And what are we going to do now?
Raise.
She can't raise you.
That Colin?
No, Colin's being up. Okay, we're at Lucas, right?
Yeah.
Okay, ionic bonding is a force that attracts what from one atom to another, which transforms a neutral atom into an ion.
Electron.
There you go. Very good. Now I'm going to do something. I'm going to keep the teams even. Liam, you're here. Yusuf, you're there. You didn't get a chance to answer yet. So I'm adding. They didn't answer any questions. Liam, go here. And Yusuf, go there. Yusuf, go back there. Don't get, hey, wait.
And you said go for it.
All right, swap. Liam, go back there. Yusuf, go over here. All right. All right. Okay, so if it's Addie, so then Yusuf, you're going to go after Addie. All right, Yusuf, your question is, a covalent bond in which 2 atoms share 1 pair of electrons. Single bond, he says. You're right. What are you going to do with that information, Yusuf? Wait. Shh, guys. Oh, you never sunk anyone? Oh, I'm sorry. Who were you gonna sing?
Oh, yes.
Well, don't sink Yusuf because he just got there. Asher. Okay. All right. Sorry. And are you? Wait. Don't sink Liam. Hold on. Wait, guys. You're getting too loud. Hold on. Getting a little too loud. Bring it down. Don't sink Liam because he hasn't had a choice. Who else do you want to sing? Okay, unsync. That's fine. All right, so now we're on Liam, right? Because you just went, right, Lucas? Didn't you just go? All right, so Liam, you're up. This bond occurs when electrons shared by two atoms are held more closely by one atom. A, polar covalent bond. And what are you going to do with that information? Sit down. Now he's done. Now it's vicious. I love it. Okay. 27. This is Gabe. All right, Gabe. The number of units in 1 mole of any substance is equal to B, Avogadro's number. And what you going to do with that answer? Number 28. This goes to Drew. This is derived from the average mass of an element's isotopes weighted by the percent of their abundance in nature. Atomic mass. And what are you going to do with that? Lands up. All right, and we're back over here. Asher.
Yes.
You can determine an empirical formula by using.
Oh, it's the easy one.
Hush, Yusuf, you're sunk.
B.
B, he says. Huh? You're gone.
Oh.
Honey goes. Hey, sunk. All right, Jordan. What's this one? What goes here? Desi, see, very good. And what are you gonna do?
Yeah. No. Sing someone.
Sing Gabe.
Yeah, sing Gabe.
No, sing here.
Jordan, it's a pick.
I don't want to see your haircut.
I like his new hair. I like it. It's cool. All right, Jordan.
They want you down.
You have to balance it though. Yeah. Y'all just read these, sing someone.
Yeah. Sing
Gabe. Sing Gabe.
No, sing Brian.
Real Ryland, sing Ryland. Okay.
All right, Ryland is sung.
It's a very advanced technique.
So who's up now? Is this Addie? This is Addie, right? All right, what's this one, Addie?
Gabe, be quiet.
Don't fuck you.
They had something in.
She's getting her answer.
F.
F, Hecto, you're right. What do you want to do with that?
Quickly, from here to scissors. Thank me.
Yeah, no, actually, sing Xander. Sing Xander.
Yusuf's up. What? Oh, sorry. He's doing out.
Whoa.
All right, so Hecto is right. I've lost track. Who is up? Jordan?
Okay.
You are?
Oh, no, Xander.
Oh, Drew's up. Okay.
Xander.
No, Drew said he was up.
Jordan just went. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Xander. All right, what is it, Xander? Yes, Million. What are you doing with it? Bye, Yusuf. Hey, Gabe, what's this one? There you go. And what are you going to do with that? Raise Yusuf. Yeah, No, now we're Lucas.
B.
Yes, and what would you like to do with that?
Sing Caden.
Sing Caden. So now Addie's back up. Addie, what's that one? Elo, what are you gonna do with it?
Think Leo. I am. I think.
Hang on, she gets to pick. Ash is up. Okay, so now we're back to Liam. A hypothesis is an idea that can be tested. Remember that hypotheses cannot be proved or disproved. In order for a hypothesis to be considered, it must be what? Irrepeatable or what?
Supported and repeatable or unsupported and repeatable?
Yes, supported or supported rejected. Very good. Excellent. And what are you gonna do? Hang on. He's making a choice.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Like saying, no, I-
Wait, he gets to pick. Liam gets to pick.
Wait, but it says rejected slash supported or supported.
Yeah, you can do it either way.
But
You can say supported or rejected or supported.
That's great.
You,
Asher down?
sit on the floor.
Asher's down. All right. So you're back to Addie again. Okay, Addie, explain the difference between a scientific theory and a scientific law.
Wait, didn't she just?
No, is it Hergo or is it Yusuf? It's Yusuf. I'm sorry, I can't see you because you're behind the pole.
Law tells what happens. A fact, the scientific theory tells why it happens.
An explanation. You got it. Okay, what are you doing?
Get back up.
I am turned.
All right, Drew.
Back up. Yeah.
Common refrain these days. The science is settled. Okay, what are my 3 points, Drew?
Okay, first one assumes that science is in a binary state.
It's number 1.
Good or poor understanding in one area is not equal as with good or poor understanding in another.
That's 2.
And the third one is
Come on, you know it.
oh yeah, science is about narrowing down structures.
Hey.
Hey, Danny, this is only to see 2 people, right?
Or raise.
No. We're good, actually. That's all we have time for. We don't have time to finish because it's 1:27. So I'm gonna put yours first. Good job. Ozzy, I'm coming, baby. Hold on. He's very unhappy. Let me stop this. And turn that off.